Push this little.
Right now for Instagram. Okay, and we're live. Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? I hope your Monday is off to a good start. I know mine is because I'm here with y'all. If y'all don't know, I do this each and every Monday. I ask y'all to have a moment with me to help you and me and us find our mojo. And if you don't know what finding your mojo is, that just means another way to tell us how you show up as your authentic self in this lovely thing we call life. I usually ask to be joined by a special guest. Today's special guest is Chef Tori. So, welcome, Chef Tori. Thanks for joining.
Hi.
And if you don't know, our message or our theme, our topic, if you will, today is Nourish to Flourish,
Yeah.
aligning your health, wealth, and spirit. So, I can't wait to delve into the conversation. I'll give y'all a few couple minutes to join in. I want y'all to feel free to comment, ask questions, jump in. That's what we're here for, just to chat about how we have some health and wellness and alignment in our lives. So, before we get the conversation started, I always like to start off with a cocktail or a mocktail. Today is going to be a little bit of a mocktail because that's the mood I'm in for the next. Well, I've been doing this little 40-day Daniels plan thing. So I'm on
Yeah.
day 27. So here we go.
Good job.
Yes, yes. So welcome. How are you doing today, Chef?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. So y'all, my mocktail today involves a little seltzer, this not so good free one. I'm gonna just do a little dab of just because I'm mixing it up a little bit. But I am gonna do this tart cherry juice that
And
doesn't have
yeah, tart
bubbles
cherry
in it.
juice is good for sleep, especially at night. Yeah, it's great for
You
insomnia. Yep.
what I'm saying? I be trying to do the right thing. Thank
Mm-hmm.
y'all for joining. I see Beast Coach Mo is here. How I got introduced to you. I see Sabina. I see Mommy. Thank y'all for joining. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. I'm gonna go ahead and make my little libation because what better conversations do y'all know than that? With a little
Got
cocktail, with
libation
a
right
little,
here.
yeah, a little libation. It always makes me happy, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Get it started. Are you sipping on anything over there, Chef?
Some water.
Water's good
Yeah.
too.
I
I
wait
hear
till the
it.
weekends to indulge. Like,
I hear that. Now
yeah, I
speaking
could
about
go into like wine glasses. I have wine glasses in here. Like, I love wine. Like, different
I
wine glasses,
love
different
wine.
experience. I actually have some Pinot Noir right here. I'm not really a red wine drinker. It's just for
No.
display. No, see, red wine gives me headaches a little bit because of the sulfates and the tannins and stuff in there, and it makes me sleepy. I prefer like a nice white wine, like Sauvignon Blanc. You know, the Blanc family. I'm good with
Now
that.
has it always been like that? Has it always given you a headache, or did it like start getting
Um,
wrong?
so I really didn't discover wine until culinary school. So before I knew about wine, I gravitated towards the sweeter wines, like dessert wines, like Moscato. But
Mm-hmm.
once I went through culinary school, and took this class about wine, food and wine pairings, like it kind of like seasoned my palate a little bit. Where now,
Mm-hmm.
like the dessert wines are entirely too sweet, so I prefer
Yeah.
off sweet, demi sec. I like to stay in that range of like um Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Gris. That's my deal right there.
Okay.
I
I'm
stay in
more of
that
a red
lane right
wine
there.
drink, I want to say. But in the summer times, I do enjoy a nice white. I'm usually a
Yeah,
shot
it's
at
crisp
white.
because it's refreshing. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I like a little
No, I
buttery.
like water. Like I like things that kind of like taste like water. Like I love water. Like I drink water all the time.
Now,
Like
speaking
I
of
don't
water,
understand what people say they hate the taste of water. Like it don't taste like
it
nothing.
doesn't
Like
taste like
how do
anything.
you hate water? It's crazy.
Now, speaking of water, since we're having a nutritionist conversation, is there some water that's better for you than others? Should you have alkaline water? Is seltzer
Yeah,
water
alkaline
okay?
water is like the best water. Like if you can
Is it?
go to a place like Aquafit on Central Avenue in Newark to get your
Mhm.
water, is recommend it because, it gives the right pH of the water.
Mm,
Purified water is terrible. Most bottled waters are terrible, honestly speaking,
is
because of
it?
the microplastics
That's what
in
I
there.
hear.
It's best to have
Yeah.
things that are in glass, because it doesn't contain the microplastics in there. Because it's pointless. I know I'm drinking out of a bottle. Someone gave me this case of water, so I was just like, okay, thank you.
Right.
But I usually stick to spring water. I do want to get a system, but it's like $6,000, so I gotta save
Oh,
up
that's
for
it.
it.
It's 6 way.
Yeah, but it pays for itself after. Health is wealth. But I'm
That
waiting until I buy my house to do that because I won't do that right now because I'm renting.
now, how about seltzer water? Is seltzer water okay for
I
you?
like seltzer water as long as it's just carbonated water and doesn't contain anything else. The thing that they like to sneak on us is they love to put other things in there. So
Mm,
when you're drinking or eating anything, just look for simplistic ingredients. Like if it's a tomato sauce, it should say salt, or it should say tomato puree, salt, water. Maybe it shouldn't say citric acid, potassium, this, mono, this. It's
that
not
part.
supposed to say any of that stuff because then it ventures off into lab food, and we don't want that.
Mm-mm-mm. That's so true. All right. Well, on that note, cheers, everybody. Happy
Cheers.
Monday.
Happy Monday. I love that glass. That's nice.
I was about to say you were talking about glasses. Thank you. I like
Yes.
glasses too. And
That's
I,
like a mix between a red wine and a white wine glass. It's kind of like a universal glass
mm-hmm,
because like with red wine glasses, the bowls are bigger because you
mm-hmm.
need to open them up. And then white wine glasses are a little bit thinner because it keeps it crisp. So, and you can tell when somebody paid some good money for a wine glass because the lip of the glass is like razor thin. And
Love
people don't understand like the better the glass, the better experience for the wine. Yeah,
that experience for me
like
too.
what you put it in, it gives you the experience. So, and all the people don't know that. I didn't know that until I went through school either. Like it's a total different. It's different. Like I could talk about wine all day.
I'm telling you. So now that I've been doing this mocktail thing, even my seltzer water, I like to put in a glass. It makes me happy.
Yeah,
Something about the
it makes like
experience,
it's
right?
the experience. I feel like
Mhm.
everything should be elevated. I don't care how simple it may feel. Like life is already stressful enough, so why not have an elevated experience?
That part. How about
Like
that?
I really understand at this age because I'm 37. I'm about to be 38 years old.
Mhm.
That just sitting down with that glass of wine and unwinding at the end of the day
Wine and
is like
crime.
everything. Like that peace
Mhm,
that you get, that stillness that you get from pausing from the world. Like you really need
mhm.
that as an adult. Like I know I do.
Yes, it's the stem for me. And I don't want to, maybe in the summertime, if I'm outside, I'll do a stemless glass, but it's the stem for me.
Yeah, it's so pretty, right? You could swirl
Mhm,
it, you can smell it, you can taste
mhm.
it. It's
Even
everything.
hold it different,
It makes me feel like an adult.
Mhm. Sometimes it's nice to be an adult for those kind of things.
Yeah, I'll be like, dang, I'm grown for real now. Like I'm grown. I can't even play on like I'm not grown.
How about that? Somebody told me recently that even though people drink prosecco or bubblies in a flute, that it's better if the glass is a little more open because of the bubbles. I don't know if they made that. I
So it
heard
depends on what you like. Like if you like the
that.
tightness of the sparkling wine, because a
Mhm,
lot of people, because Prosecco is from it's Italian, it's from Italy, right? So Champagne is from Champagne, France.
mhm,
So you can't consider sparkling wine champagne unless it's from Champagne, France. So a lot of people mix that up. It's sparkling wine if it's from other regions, right?
mhm.
So what the flute does, it allows the bubbles because it's thinner, like it's a long, thin glass, right? And it allows the bubbles to rise. But some people don't like that crispness because sometimes it can be like it can. Just think about a soda. When you first drink a soda, how like you like
That's true.
sometimes it can be like that. So sometimes people want the bubbles to open up more. So if they want a wider glass, it's okay.
That's
I
true. All
prefer the
right.
flute because I want to experience it.
Yeah, and it's something pretty about a flute too.
It is, right? Yeah, I have some. I have so many different types of wine glasses. It's crazy, but I love wine.
I was trying to make myself not buy one today because spring is coming, so I need to change the table. So I might need new glasses to represent that. Anyway, all right. So thank y'all all for joining in the conversation. I'm going to ask you to officially introduce yourself, Chef. Just say a little bit about who you are, where you are, what you do, and then we'll just jump into the topic about nourishment and alignment and things.
Okay, my name is Chef Tori. I'm the CEO and founder of my brand Green Genius. So I was in the military for almost 16 and a half years. Initially joined the Army when I was 17 years old, and then I went active duty in 2009. Coach Mo was my recruiter. And, I served a total of 16 and a half years. I officially retired in December of 2022
Mhm.
medically. And upon retiring, I had a host of issues getting out the military. Like I had legit 47 claims and 43 of them were honored. So I had from mental illness on down, PTSD, anxiety, depression,
Mhm.
different physical ailments going wrong, and I got out and medically retired due to migraines. And I went to culinary school because I always enjoyed cooking.
Mhm.
And it was so crazy. When I was in culinary school, they told me how a tomato had 110 pesticides in it. And I was like, a
Mhm.
tomato? Wow.
Ooh,
And if
ooh.
you ever heard about forever chemicals and pesticides and herbicides, I went down this rabbit hole. And then not only did I go down that rabbit hole in food and culture, I went down that rabbit hole of hydrogenated oils in bake shops. So I was like, so basically I'm finna eat air because when I retired, I didn't think I had to do PT no more. I was living life, and I
Mhm.
gained 100 pounds, believe it or not.
Really?
I gained 100 pounds. And so I was 200 and I was like over 200 and 20 pounds, like 219. And I was sick. I was going through culinary school. Everything is in clarified butter, pastries, fried, dyed, laid to the side. Like everything you want to eat, I was just getting bigger
Right.
by the minute.
Mhm.
And it was like not until I went through those classes I realized I had to do something with my life. And that's when my brand Green Genius was born. I decided to do a 21-day raw detox where I did not eat any cooked food for 21 days.
Eat
And
good
I took a
food, so
bunch
just
of
raw food.
herbs, and
Wow.
that kind of like kickstart my metabolism. And I lost a total of 40 pounds while I was going through school my last semester. And my advisor, Miss Nunez, was like, "We've never had a student lose weight before. Like, what are you doing?" I was like, "You didn't hear what they was telling us in class? Like, I gotta get
Mhm.
my life together." So in January 2022, I started working out with Coach Mo. And then that's when I discovered weight.
Shout out to Coach Mo.
That's when I discovered weights. And because I was the cardio queen, when I was in the army, I would just run and I'll be like this. But
Mhm.
then when Coach Mo explained weight training and I just started weight training with him, I really transformed my body. So then I realized that food and movement are necessary. Like they're non-negotiable. Like you can't out train a bad diet. I don't care how you try to slice it. It's not gonna happen. So,
Right.
I decided to go the holistic route and I learned about herbs, um, essential oils, integrative health, holistic health practices. And I will be done with my holistic nutrition degree in August. So that's
Wow.
basically it in a nutshell. And I just became aware of what I was putting in my body and I decided to start educating other people in my community.
And do you think some of the ailments you had when you were leaving a service had to do with the overweight or eating some of the wrong
Oh,
things?
absolutely. I was inflamed. I had issues with cortisol, which is a stress hormone.
Mhm.
A lot of that was because of stress. The army is a very stressful environment,
Right.
very extremely stressful. So, being able to finally relax, being able to go to like therapy because in the military they encourage you to go to behavior health, which is mental health services, but then they disqualify you from special duty assignments like recruiter, drill
Right.
sergeant, things that can help you progress in your career. So a lot of us suffer in silence because I'm like, okay, I wanted to be a drill sergeant. I did
Mhm.
come up on drill sergeant orders, but then I got pregnant with my twins.
Oh.
So I wound up not being able to go. So that God was like, "No, you're not going to do that."
Mhm.
So a lot of times I hid what was going on, and it's like when you hide those things, you literally carry that weight, and you get bigger because of the stress. And
Okay.
I realized that it was what I was eating, and the fact that I was not correctly working out. Like cardio is not enough. Like you have to have varieties of training. And
Mhm.
yes, they teach us how to train in the army, but I don't feel like they teach us how to train correctly unless you go to like MFT, master fitness trainer. You really don't know how to exercise or work the body out, and they don't explain to you how to eat properly. They leave that up to you. They leave that education up to you. So recently I developed a program called Plate School, which is basically it. I teach people how to break the plate down, right? Um, the new food pyramid came out, and I'm pretty sure everybody's still confused. Like, what are we supposed to eat? Now you're saying that we're supposed to eat more meat and butter and dairy. Like, that's not good for cholesterol. Let's be real, right? So you're trying to get us to clog our arteries, and you're putting vegetables way down here. So me being I was plant-based at one time, but I'm plant forward. So my diet consists of 80% plant-based, 20% everything else. 20% can be meat, it can be eggs, it can be dairy. I tend to stay away from those things, but I kind of still dabble with like chicken and fish sometimes to up my protein levels, because it is easier to get protein from animal protein. A lot of people, Lord, I don't want the people to attack me, because them plant-based people go come for me because I said that, but it's true. I've been studying this for a while, and I realized,
Mhm. I
my
feel
muscles,
different
my
too.
gains are different when I like play with protein and stuff like that. So my philosophy is 80% plants, meaning 80% of your plate should be plants. Whether it's, lettuce, lentils, chickpeas, however you want to put these plants, these fruits and these vegetables, and then the 20% can be meat, like maybe like 4 ounces of steak or chicken, however you want to slice it. As long as you're getting mostly vegetables, you're fine you know
So let me ask you though, you said you started on this journey when you were in cooking school. So how did you manage to do that? Or you had to eat
Oh,
different
it
and
wasn't
still
hard, because I was like, "This is poison." Like, it wasn't hard for me, because it was like I was
okay.
like, "This is poison." Like, I don't know what y'all eating in here. Y'all crazy. You know what's in there? And, everybody
Mhm.
started calling me the food police. So, I was
Yeah.
like, "No, it wasn't really hard." Because when you start shaping your palate, things don't even taste appealing anymore. Like, things that I used to, and then I started studying like the secret language of your body as to why you gravitate towards salty things, why you gravitate towards crunchy things, sweet.
Mhm.
It started breaking down these elements, and it made perfect sense. I'm like, I'm only craving this sugar because I want a hug. I grew up, I had a lot of trauma in my life. I might not be in a
Mhm.
relationship at the time. I may want a man or something. So, you have to look at what's going on in your life and why you're gravitating towards those foods. And your body is literally a computer. It tells us everything. Our bodies tell us every single
You
thing
know,
we
it's
need
funny
to know.
that it's so true because I mean it's only 40 days for me, but every year around the same time, even the reset, I can tell the difference in my body. And for the first 10 days, we do just plant based. And it's interesting what you said about the protein because I can feel my body needs a little energy. Like I'm like you, I work
Hmm.
out, I do the cardio. My body's like, that's not quite enough protein. I'm getting a little sleepy. So if you
Yes,
listen,
usually when
yeah,
you start feeling fatigued, that means you need more protein. A lot of people don't know that. A lot
I'm
of
like,
people
I'm
don't know
sleeping
that
well.
protein
I'm
is
going to sleep at
processed
a
through
decent hour.
steak.
So what's happening?
Yeah, so when you're doing plant-based or plant forward, the best things to gravitate towards for more protein is lentils, chickpeas, mushrooms. Like, you can't go wrong with those. But it's like you have to eat so much sometimes when it comes to plant-based in order to feel that deficit sometimes. So that's why it's easier kind of to supplement with, animal products and stuff like that, because they're heavier, they keep you fuller longer, and you just got to get really creative when it comes to plant forward eating. And that's why I kind of became like a wizard in the kitchen when it came to
A wizard.
plant-based things, because it was like, I don't want to feel like I'm missing anything. I want that nostalgia. When I bite into this, I want to remember me biting into a piece of chicken
Yeah,
from chicken,
right?
you
I
know?
want it to taste
So I
good.
learned how to make food that tastes like, the nonsense, but it's actually good for you.
Yeah, I love that. Now, when we were talking sort of our pre-conversation, you were talking about how sometimes depending on who you're helping eat, because you also said you're like a nutrition coach as well, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying depending on who you're coaching and what their habits are, like if one's an athlete, one's a dancer, like you cater the program or the system
Yeah,
to what are some,
I cater to that person, and I
right?
cater to that person's culture, because one thing I don't like about the standard American diet, it does not factor in people's ancestry whatsoever. It
Mhm.
doesn't. Like, why would I give this person whose DNA is from Asia some Southwest chicken? They don't want that.
Right,
They
right.
don't want that. They
Mhm,
don't want that at all. So, when I
mhm,
sit down with my clients, I ask them their background because I have studied global cuisine. And a lot of times how our ancestors ate is exactly how we're supposed to eat. The reason why we're having all these gut issues is because we're introducing all this fake lab food into our bodies and we're calling it food. And our DNA is like, I don't recognize none of this.
mhm,
Even with the GMOs, the non-seeded stuff, our body's like, what is this? This is a foreign substance. So it's reacting poorly to it. So, that's why we have gas, that's why we have bloating, that's why we have fatigue, that's why we're easily injured.
mhm.
That's why we have all these issues because we're not eating for our ancestry. We're not eating for what our body recognizes. And it's crazy. And like one of my friends, he's Haitian, and I literally made him his Haitian food, and but it was healthier, and I broke it down to him like, okay, well, Haitians eat really healthy, period. Like their cuisine is amazing. They eat a lot of bell peppers, lettuce. They got this, green seasoning called epice. Like it's very like nutrition forward. They don't eat bad at all. But sometimes you can cut down maybe on the butter or whatever you decide, whatever fat you decide to cook it in, you could cut down
Mhm.
on that. But they typically eat healthy. So a lot of my menu items are Haitian items, Asian items. I always have some type of fermented or probiotic, like, sauerkraut on my menu, pickles, kimchi, things that help with digestion
Mhm.
because we have those things for a reason. We made them into condiments in the United States instead of pairing them with our food to help with digestion. And, because everything's about the dollar here, right? Let's be real.
Mhm.
So you're supposed to eat those fermented things so it can help you with kickstart your digestion and stuff like that. So
I see. Wow, wow. Now, I mean, I'm not a normal person, but if you're just trying to do a day-to-day natural, healthier eating thing, are there any suggestions? Are they?
like me, I don't eat until noon. Like my father always say, don't eat nothing dead before noon, right? Don't
Hmm.
You're not supposed to start your day off with no bacon, egg, and cheese. Absolutely not. You're not supposed to do
It
that.
sounds so
That
good.
is like the worst thing you can ever do to your body because think about the digestion. Like think about digestion. You got meat, you got bread, you got cheese, you got you got all this stuff, and that's a
Yes,
disaster
all
waiting
the
to happen.
processes things. Yes.
Right. And then it's like it's taking your body so long to digest that because that meat protein takes the longest to digest. So now you got the bread, now you got the eggs and the cheese just sitting on top of this meat in your stomach, and you wonder why your stomach is bloated. You wonder why you
Mhm.
tired before you even go to work. So what I
Mhm.
suggest to people is they drink juices in the morning. Get you a juicer. It's really inexpensive. On TikTok, you could do you a nice green juice in the morning. You could do your tea in the morning. I suggest that you only do fruits, juices, liquids, or teas before noon.
Not even
After
my
noon,
oatmeal, chef.
huh?
Not even my oatmeal, huh?
No, let me tell you about oatmeal. Oatmeal is so bad for you. Like
I do a
oatmeal is
smear.
so bad. It's so high in starch. Oatmeal by itself is a bowl of sugar. It is a
Really?
yes.
Even
That
if
is
you
the
don't put
worst thing
sugar
for a
in it?
diabetic. Yes, oatmeal is terrible. It's high in sugar. Yes, that is the worst thing you could do to your body in the morning.
That's
No,
why I
that
do
is
it in the
not good
morning.
for you. If
It's
you
so
notice like how Caribbean people eat porridge, you can eat porridge before you eat oatmeal. Oatmeal is
really.
too high. Yes, absolutely. Like
I'm
oatmeal is
so
terrible.
I am so enlightened right now. I've been, I
Yes,
don't even like
oatmeal is
oatmeal.
terrible in the
They told me
morning.
it
Like
was
you just
good, so
need
I
you a
don't.
juice, some tea, fruit. 12 noon between 12 and 3 p.m. That's when your digestive system is at its peak where it could digest the heaviest things. So I suggest that you eat your one heavy meal at that time.
At
After
lunchtime, like 12
mhm,
and 3.
between 12 and 3 p.m. you
Okay.
know and then after 3 p.m. that's when you have your light snacks. You can go back into eating your fruit, your vegetables, your teas. You're not supposed to be eating anything after 7 p.m., honestly speaking, because your body is going into, hibernation mode. It's about to go to sleep. It needs to rest. A lot of us suffer from insomnia because our body is still trying to digest what we've been eating all day. There's no such thing as eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's nonsense. We eat too much. We do. And I used, man, if you would have told me back in the day I wasn't gonna be eating like I was gonna be eating the way I eat now, I would have had a headache. Like, what you mean I can't? Because I love food. I
Right.
could be on my 600-pound life if I wanted to. Like,
Oh my
I love food.
goodness.
Like me and food go together real bad, but I had to respect food. We eat too much. So after, like, you're not like your day should mostly consist of like liquids and fruits and vegetables. Like if you are going to eat something after, make it a nice salad or something very
Mm,
low in
oh my
calories,
goodness.
and then
Just
it
destroyed my
should be
whole
rich
meal
in
plan.
dressing. Like, I shouldn't be asking, do you want some salad with that dressing? No. it should be
Oh yeah, no.
it should be something that's nutrition lean towards a vinaigrette, not the creamy stuff. And if you are going
Yeah.
to lean towards creamy stuff, let it be like a nut dressing made out of cashews, made out of walnuts. Dairy is okay in very small amounts. Honestly speaking, people that look like us, brown and black, brown people, we're naturally lactose intolerant. We're not supposed to eat dairy. Like, we're
Mm.
really not. So we should gravitate towards things that, help our digestion, not go against it. So yeah, no
Now
oatmeal.
tell me the debate. I feel like I could talk to you forever between almond milk and oat milk. I thought oat milk is a
Oatmeal
little
is
bit more sugar.
terrible. Oatmeal
That's
has
what
too much oatmeal. Look, I want next
that's
time when
what
you
I
go to the
thought.
store, I want you to look at oat milk. I just
Oh,
want you to look at the ingredients of oat
yeah.
milk. And then I don't want you to buy oat milk or
Now
almond milk
that
from
I
the
do
store.
know, but I didn't know if I made that up. That I did.
No, no, I don't want you to buy it from the store. You can easily get you some spring water and some almonds or some cashews or some walnuts. Get you a nice blender, blend it up, and strain it. You can make your own milk. They have nut makers and nut milk makers and all that. You don't have, because then they start putting those thickening agents
Yeah,
inside the milk. So you're
biotin
not
gum,
really just
whatever
getting
that is.
almonds in milk. You're not. You're getting more. You're getting preservatives. You're getting unnecessary things inside the milk. That's why I don't buy it. I don't buy that no more. I'm like, I can make this myself. Why am I doing that?
All
You can
right, well,
make cheese yourself. You can do a whole lot of stuff yourself. Like, I'm so
now you
serious. You
know
don't have
all
to
of
really
the
go to the
people
store.
watching. Where do you buy the things from? All of these natural juices and berries.
Um, with the seeds, the Asian
All of
market.
the things
Yes,
that we
I go
can
to the
do
Asian
better.
market. Yes,
Asian
Asian
market.
market. The Asian market will get you right. It was
Okay.
I want to say about 4 years ago, they made them take down some of their teas in their apothecary because it was curing illnesses. And it was like, oh, that's
Mm.
medicine. You can't put that up there.
Oh my.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
when you go on the Asian market, they have a whole apothecary. They have liver, kidneys, everything you could talk name. They have something. They have
See,
some type of tea for it. Why do you
you
think Asian
see it.
people live a long time?
I
Yeah.
know, right?
If you
That's
ever notice certain people, you don't see them shopping where we at. You don't really see them shopping where we at. They got their own
that's
store.
true.
I want to go to where them people be living a long time. I want to go to their store. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to
That
their store.
part.
And a lot of times, Whole Foods is crazy. I
I
did a
was going to
research
ask you
paper.
that next.
No, Whole Foods
Hmm.
overpriced. I did a research paper in culinary school. They sourced their some of their ingredients with their 365 brand from China. Let's be real. Like, I don't know what they putting in those bags of food, but they're charging like Harmless Harvest $11 for some coconut water when I can go to the Asian market and get it for 2.95. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
coconut water's been a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people think
Yeah.
that go to the Asian market.
Okay.
$2.95. And when you turn it in the back, it literally says 100% coconut water,
That
not
part.
from concentrate. Yeah. Like, do not let these people fool you. Like, I be in the Asian market. That's where I be at. Because I was stationed in Korea
Oh,
for a
okay.
year. And that's when I really started understanding food. I was like, it's different over here. I was able to eat.
Mhm.
I was able to do whatever I wanted to do. I came back to the US and I looked at food. I was swollen. It was not like that in Korea. It's not like that in
Mhm.
any other country. Like, honestly speaking, you blow up here because they put
I have
so
heard
much
that.
in the food.
And your body's like, what is that? Especially if you're not used to it. Like, yeah, no.
No, no, like, I've tried to like eat nonsense, especially like on my birthday or something,
Hmm.
holiday, and I just don't feel well. I don't. I'd be like, oh, why I eat that? I be lethargic. just not myself. And I'm like, I can't go back to eating like that. And it fuels your injuries. It really does. It causes inflammation in your body and you don't feel good. That's why I just be like, some people would rather die than change their diet. They really would. Like I have my uncle, listen,
Mhm.
he has severe hypertension and diabetes. You think Uncle Vernon gonna change his diet? No. He's gonna go to the grave like that. And I'm like, Uncle Vernon, I just need you to fast. I just need you to fast for. I was like 24 hours. He's like, nah, I can't. But you can. You can. Yes, you can. You
For your
can't do
health, like for
it.
your health,
You
you
can't do it. He talking about he want to quit. Like you can't. Like, but people be addicted to food like that. They
I
really
never
do.
thought about it. It's an addiction.
It
Yeah.
is. It's like crack. Like it's really like it gives you the same, it gives the body the same dopamine rush that when you take a hit of some type of drug or you drink some alcohol, that feeling that you get, food does that for people. It
Wow.
does. Cheese, especially. Like people are truly addicted to that stuff. They put those things inside the foods so
Right.
you
To
can
make
feel like
us
that.
feel like that. Yes, I did
Mhm.
read that
It's
somewhere.
all a tactic. It really is. And it's sad. It's like, dang, they want us to be sick. They don't want us to know the truth. They
Right.
don't want us to know the truth about anything. Nothing.
I'm gonna read some of the comments. Coach Mo says some food in America is illegal in other countries.
It
And
is. It
yeah.
is.
BK to
Yeah.
LA says creating milk, etc. seems labor intensive. Are there products you trust as milk? I have a nut allergy, so no meat, seeds, or nuts.
Oh dang.
Oh, I have my cousin is the same way. I'm like, get some almond milk. She was like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
Well, in this instance, I would recommend soy milk, but soy is causes estrogen dominance in women. So I
Okay.
wouldn't I don't know. I don't know. I would have to think about that.
Okay. All right. And then Coach Mo says, tell them about your mom, Chef Tori.
Oh, my mom. So my mom, she had, we're gonna say she had type 2 diabetes,
Mm.
and I helped my mom reverse her diabetes, and she lost
Oh,
80 pounds. Yes, my
wow.
mother called me and my mother was on a cane. She really was.
Mhm.
Yeah, she came to my house. My mom stayed with me for like 9 months, and my mom came here with a cane, and I took that cane. That cane is right outside my door right now, and I put that
Wow.
cane in the front door, and I have stairs because I live on the second floor.
Okay.
And I told my mom, I said, "You gonna look at that cane every day and walk down the stairs. You just gonna use the banister because I don't care that you say you a senior citizen now. That's just age is a number. Just because you in
Mhm.
your 60s, that does not mean you have to be walking around here with no cane." And she worked out with Coach Mo a couple of times with me in the morning, and I
Okay.
reversed her diabetes. Yes, my mother is over 6 foot. She was 300 and something pounds, and she weighs
Mhm.
176 now. Much
Wow.
better. Yeah, she looks better. She
Now,
feels
what are some
better.
of the things that she did differently with her diet?
My mother loved soda. She loved candy. She loved all the bad things. She loved cake.
Mhm.
My mom loved sweets. Really, like that's what she loved. She loved sweets.
Mhm.
And I just took all that stuff from her. A lot of people don't know that when you put like cinnamon in your tea, like cinnamon sticks, it tricks the mind to believe that you're intaking sugar.
Oh
So
wow.
we did a lot of cinnamon tea, what cinnamon sticks in her and ginger. I swapped out white rice with her. I swapped out bread. We switched over to sourdough bread. Like all the my mom loved carbs. So,
Mhm.
I I did the whole 80% this and,
Okay.
very small portions of meat for her. Sometimes she didn't eat meat at all. And
Okay.
9 months she was able to lose 80 pounds. Yeah.
Wow. That is
I
an
was not
amazing.
playing with her. I was not playing with my mother
I
at
love
all.
it. And she still, how long ago was that?
That was what, a year and a half ago. Yeah,
Okay. And
and
she's
she's
still
kept
the
the weight off. Yeah, she's on her own now. She's back in Philly. And she always
same.
tell her friends,
Okay.
"No cane. My cane is right outside my door. I take that
I
cane.
love
That's
it.
my cane. You not getting that." I look
Okay.
at that
Wow.
every day so I can say I'm not gonna be on that cane. I'm
So
gonna be able to walk. I'm gonna be able to use my legs when I get older.
so
And
she
I
took
help
the
my dad
action a little
too.
better than your uncle did.
My uncle was so crazy. But
Is that her brother?
Caribbean, because my family is Caribbean, and Caribbean men are very, very stubborn. They are
Okay.
stubborn. Like they just They don't listen. My dad was the same way. My dad was the same way, but let him tell it. My father tell it. He reversed his own diabetes.
I
Let
love
him tell it. Because my dad's the type of person, he got to come around. I'll
it.
tell
Mhm.
him something, he'll fight me. I don't want to hear that. Da, da, da. Then a week later, don't you know, I was fasting and I had this and I drank this tea. I'm like, okay, okay. So I'll let my dad have it because let him tell
I
it.
love it. Now, even with your healthy eating and the nutrition that the 80/20, do you still fast often? Or
Yes, I
sometimes?
do. I do intermediate fasting. Like I
Okay.
stop eating at 7. I don't eat after 7 p.m. and
Hmm.
then I don't eat until 12 the next day.
Okay.
I may
Now,
drink
even when
some
you
water.
work out, you don't feel like you need something
No. No,
before or
not at all.
after? Fine.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, like if I do feel like I need something, I always have cashews. Always have like something like trail mix on hand, and I may have like a handful of that, but no. I'm so used to doing PT in the morning too, because like PT is fasted. So
Okay.
I was used to not eating before I
Okay.
worked out anyway. So yeah, I prefer fasted cardio and stuff like that.
So do I, but I was just wondering. I know sometimes before
Yeah.
some people say that. I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were saying women should eat before they work out, but men don't need to. Somebody always got a story. I was thinking,
Everybody's a doctor. Everybody
listen, that's
knows
why I've been eating
something.
oatmeal.
Because Chat GPT be having people out here thinking that they know
I
everything.
know all of the things.
Like, no, Chat GBT is a tool. You actually have to go to school and understand the concept that you're talking about because sometimes you'll put something on the internet and you sound crazy. And people who actually know about that subject gonna be looking at you like, what are you talking about? Whose man's is this?
Now,
Like,
speaking of food, because that's what we're talking about, but sugar, that the Truvia, stevia,
no, you should just no.
agave, like what? Tell me a little
So
about that.
agave is very high in sugar. Like
Oh,
agave is not good for diabetics. So if you want something sweet, maple syrup,
okay.
date syrup, date sugar, but those are very, very expensive. So I would not recommend agave because agave will make your glucose spike. Brown sugar is not good for you either. So I
Mhm.
would recommend raw sugar, raw cane sugar, the one with the really coarse um
Sugar in the
granules
raw
of sugar. Yeah, and if you're plant-based, a lot of people don't know that most sugar is not considered plant-based because it's processed through bone char. So unless it says
Mhm.
organic on there, it's not plant-based. Yeah. So you
Now,
got to
I
be
see a lot
careful.
of people think that when it's cane sugar, it's better. What's cane sugar? Is that any better than regular sugar?
So yeah, cane sugar is okay. It just has to, the processing should be very limited. What makes things bad is when they start bleaching things. Like it should just
Mhm.
be sugar, raw sugar, like sugar in the raw. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Sugar in
it.
the
Like
raw.
when it
Or
starts
maple
doing like the granulated sugar, the white sugar, that means
syrup.
they bleached it. They did all this nonsense. Think about bleach. Like think about what bleach does to
Right.
clothes. Like it's not gonna have any type of nutritional value in it. That's why bleach flour absolutely because in America they actually took the wheat kernel and broke it down into three pieces and they can actually get money for each part. You know what I'm saying? So the part that
Mhm.
we eat has no nutritional value. They took the fiber, the bran out, which is the fiber, and they left, the part that they can dye because it's more aesthetically pleasing for baked goods and stuff like that. So what we're eating, because back in the day, why do you think people used to get sentenced to bread and water? Because you could actually survive off of wheat because it was nutritionally dense. You can't survive off of that now. You're just gonna
Mhm.
you're gonna be malnutritious. They took it so and they dyed it so it could be more aesthetically pleasing for the eye, for pastries and whatever people wanted to make with it.
Wow, observes that. Also, so Coach Mo says he uses monk fruit as a sweetener and natural
Monk
honey.
fruit is very good. Monk fruit actually has no sugar in it.
Okay.
Monk fruit is very good, but it tastes sweet, but it has no sugar in it.
Oh, fantastic. I
Yeah.
like monk fruit. And
But we
how
gotta
about
be very careful because some of them contain, I forgot, it starts with an X on there. It contains that, and sometimes that can be a little harmful to the body, like if it's the powdered form of the milk, the monk fruit. So you
okay,
gotta sugar, you have to be very careful because they're starting to sneak stuff in the good stuff. So this it should just say monk
Of
fruit in
course.
there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Sabina asked, how about Ezekiel bread?
Ezekiel bread is good. That's ancient grain. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I
And
have
it's
some of that in the freezer.
Ezekiel bread is flourless too. So it's mostly like ancient grains and stuff in that.
All right. That's what I have in the freezer. Oh, xanthan, is that the word with the Z
Yes.
you're thinking of?
Yes,
Okay, that's
that's
what.
not good. It's
Okay.
not
So
good.
they put, I see that a lot. Maybe I'm not. The Ziatin gum or something like that, and
Oh
almond.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Those gums and all that stuff, that's
Mhm.
lab stuff. That is not good for you.
No,
Mm-mm.
thank you. No, thank
No,
you.
like it's not. That stuff is no good. It's no bueno. Like nope. I don't want to kill myself with that.
Now, I want to make sure you get a chance to talk about all of the lovely things I read about you doing on your webpage. What are some of the things you do? Can you share with
Also, I do like meal prep. I do holistic health consultations where I do like different types of protocols, whether it be herbal protocols, aromatherapy, um, nutrition plans. Take it to personal fitness trainer because I will be taking that course in the summertime. And I will start incorporating that. Also, I do like different types of pop-ups. I do dinners. I do catering. I do a bunch of stuff just dealing with food, honestly. Like if it's food, Chef Tori probably can do it basically. So I offer a lot of services just centered on food, but now more so I'm focusing on the education piece because I feel like that's what's really missing because when people know the why, they do better, you know?
Now you talk a lot about how the mental and the spiritual and what you're eating connects.
Oh
So
yes, like our yes, secret language of our bodies. Like when you sit and you break down illnesses like diabetes, right? When I read the secret language of our bodies, they said people who usually have diabetes felt like the black sheep in the family. They felt like they were not loved. They felt like they were overlooked. They felt like they had the weight of the world on their shoulders. And when you talk to these people that have diabetes, a lot of them have those issues or that trauma from their
mm,
past. Like, I mean, it breaks illnesses down, like even down to bad breath. I was like, dang. Like they said people with bad breath, they be angry. You know what I'm saying?
oh Lord, that's what's wrong with the people.
Yeah, they mad. They
Wow.
mad. They mad.
Mm,
So, yes, it really the secret language of our body literally breaks things down, and you're like, dang. Like even the issues and the ailments that I had, like liver issues. You know, I had
mm,
liver issues because I was in the army. I used to be drinking, doing nonsense. You know, and liver issues, even in Chinese herbal medicine, is anger. I had
mm.
anger problems. Yes, I really did. And we store our anger in our liver. We do.
Wow.
And a lot of times people don't know that you can literally talk to your body parts to make them feel better. Like the other day, I was talking to my feet because I've done a
Girl.
lot of things to my feet, stand on them, and all types of stuff. So I was talking to my feet, rubbing them, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm not gonna do you like how I did. I literally talked to my body and asked it to heal and asked it to forgive me for mistreating it. Like,
Now I need
and
to talk to my hip because she been talking to me, and then
yeah,
then
and what side? What
the
side of you?
left hip, the
So
left hip.
usually your left side is your feminine side. Who are you upset with?
Ooh, ooh.
Yes, you gotta think about that.
Hold up, hold
That's
up.
usually that's usually that's usually mother plane when it comes from that side. If it's
Mhm.
on your right side, a lot of times women with right side hip problems, they feel like they probably the sole providers in their household, and they feel like they gotta be the man. They feel like they gotta be that masculine energy to keep their house in order. So a lot of times when when our body parts, it's speaking to us like, okay, who you mad at? You gotta release that.
Oh wow. So wait,
Yes,
the
you
left
gotta
side
literally
is
talk
what?
to your
Tell me
lips
the
and
left
say,
side
"I'm
is what
sorry,
again?
let's release this."
What's the left again? What I need to make sure I'm saying it right.
Feminine. It's the feminine side. Your left
Okay,
side is your
okay.
feminine side. That's your feminine side.
So
Yeah,
I'm
you
mad
might
at
have to sit with
somebody.
your mom, you know, or a matriarchal figure in your life. You
Oh,
might need
okay.
to sit down and talk to that person. Yeah,
Oh,
so it gets deep. It gets deep. I'll be
oh,
like a little counselor, like, what's going on? What you mad
that's
at?
what I'm
Who you
that's what I
mad at?
need saying,
Talk
no,
about
tell me
this.
what's happening over there. All right.
Yeah,
Now tell
we'll
me
tell
about
you
the
what.
wine piece too that you have on your, it's like wine.
Oh, mysteries and Merlot. So I did my first mystery dinner for a celebrity back in October. So basically, it was like an interactive experience where you had to figure out who the was. So it had like actors and stuff like that, and it had a 5 course meal. On down. It was amazing. I've
It's,
only done it one time. I hope to do the service again.
it
But
sounds so
I
wonderful.
like I said, I love elevated experiences. I believe like everything is a show. Honestly
Mhm.
speaking, like everything should just be put on a platform sometimes for me, especially if it's food and alcohol. I just think that it should be an elevated
What's your
experience.
sign?
Hmm?
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Me too. You was definitely giving me the Leo energy. I was
You know
just
how we do. We
like,
love
wait a
nice
minute.
things.
You're saying some similar things here. Okay.
I
Okay.
believe life should be an experience, especially at this
Hello.
age. I'm going to enjoy everything.
Hello.
I am going to enjoy it all.
Nice, nice. So tell me, what's it called? Mysteries and
Mysteries and Merlot. So it's
Mysteries
like,
and Merlot. Love that. Love
yes,
that.
it was great. I had a great experience. The actor since on he does his own rendition of the show now.
Mhm.
Because I got other stuff to do. So but hopefully in the future in the summertime I do want to plan another one, which would be great. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I
But
always said
it's
a little
really
dinner
fun.
party with a nice intimate amount of friends would be so cute.
Yes, and I'm planning a supper club. I'm not sure which month I'm going to do it. And basically the first supper club is going to be about my time in Korea.
Okay.
So all those beautiful dishes that I grew to love while I was in Korea, I'm going to do my own twist, but authentic, of course, and it's going to tell a story. So supper clubs are usually very intimate style dinners between 30 and 40 people. So
Mhm.
I'm currently I think I found the location. I just have to secure everything and I'm going to put that information out soon. But it's gonna like you're gonna see a different side of Chef Tori, like my plating skills and stuff like that. Because I do love
Yeah, there's no
plating. I do
small
love being a chef. Um, and it's gonna be amazing.
I love it. I love that. Now, if people want to get in contact with you, it's the best way to do it. If they want a little coach and a little chef and a little catering from Chef
Okay.
Story, where do
So
they?
you can email me at Chef Tori at greengeniusmills.com. I will send Maisha my information. My number is 973-417-2614. You can always give me a call or shoot me a text message. Um, I'm always down to talk. I do have consultations where we do a discovery call to see if I can fit your request or whatever, see if we're a good fit, and then we can go from there. Um, so that's basically it. And I do all types of wellness coaching, but I'm I'm not mean. I'm just very honest. So if you're not ready to hear the truth, don't book with me. You
I
might
hear
want to fight
that.
me at the end. But it's all love. It's all love. I have
It
one
feels
client
like it. I feel the love. I hear the love. I don't know about
I
the
have
love.
one client now. He's been working with me for 2 weeks. He has his own personal trainer.
Mhm.
But I've been doing his meals, and his personal trainer wants to buy food from me now because he's like, "What are
Mhm.
you doing?"
So I was
Because
going to ask you that. So you know how they have like the mail and food services? Do you do like offers?
yes, so I'm working on me and my client was just talking about that. He's like, "You need to be the next factor," right? So,
Hello.
yes, I'm actually working on that. I'm scheduled to because it's a new commercial kitchen
Mhm.
being built downtown Newark.
Oh,
So I'm gonna do a tour with them April 8th and see what their rates and stuff are so I can start, making meals at a expansive state because
yeah.
I can't cook all that food.
Yeah.
Um, I need
Yeah.
a warehouse, of course, but my meal prep client, like he is really getting his gains. Like his personal trainer, when everybody stopped, he still had energy. I was like, yeah, because you eat right. That's why I tell him about
You
Chef
see what
Tori.
I'm saying? It does make a difference.
Yeah, yeah, and he even said it himself. He's like, I'm not bloated, my stomach don't hurt, I'm not eating nonsense, I don't have cravings anymore. He was just like, you made
It's
me really picky because nothing tastes good anymore. I was like,
It's
good.
true. When you're eating right, you sometimes you don't have the same craving. Like I've never luckily been a
No,
sweet person anyway, but I still like I like a little piece of bread or some a chocolate chip cookie every now and
sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is
I was
very
gonna
good for
ask
you.
you. So sourdough bread
Sourdough is very good because it's fermented. It helps with digestion. It has
all
natural
right, see,
probiotics in sourdough bread, and it's
sourdough.
usually only three ingredients: water, flour, salt. That's it. Because
Okay.
sourdough bread, it creates its own yeast. You don't even have to add yeast to it. It
That's
creates
what
it
I've been
because
trying to
yeast is
stay
found
away
in a
from.
year. And and a lot of people have a lot of people have yeast. A lot of people have yeast, and that's not good. A lot of people have yeast on their skin. They have in
Mm-hmm.
their gut. Like a lot of people have yeast, and it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Coach says when you were talking about the dinner party, will you have soju?
Of course, I was drinking soju the other week. I love soju.
All right, there is the answer. All right, y'all. Well, we're coming to the end of the hour, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. But if there's any more questions, comments, do feel free to drop them in the chat. I will make sure that when I post this video, which will be shortly after this, I will include your information, how to get in
Yes.
contact with you. Please, I feel like I need to do some meal plans. But I
Yeah,
thank you
and
so
I
much.
work with everybody's diet. I work with what you're used to. Like if you like collard greens, you're gonna get some collard greens, but they're gonna be better for you. It's gonna taste like it got some smoked turkey in there, but it don't. You know, but you gonna get that same feel. The mac and cheese gonna be plant based because we not messing with dairy, but it's gonna my mac and cheese, my plant based mac and cheese. One a client booked me for her Christmas and her Thanksgiving. It was crazy. Like I cooked her entire and my mac and cheese went up against her sister's famous mac and cheese, and mine was
Mhm.
plant based, and mine's won. My
Uh-oh.
mushrooms went up against her brother in law's turkey, and my mushrooms won. Like my plant based food tastes good. You can't even tell.
Girl,
Yeah,
you making
and I
you
have
ain't
like
got nothing
like
out of me yet. I
autistic
can hear it.
children who have like food sensory issues. They eat my food too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I love this. All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna be hollering at you right quick. And I'm glad you said that about eating more because I'm finding now that I'm eating better that I'm like, but I'm eating all the time. But it's luckily
Because
I
you're
have the right
hungry.
things around me to
Because
eat. But I am
you're burning fat, you're working out, you're building muscle, so you're hungry. So you got to be like, and I noticed that too when my daughter's wrestling and stuff. I'm like, girl, you eat like you a teenage boy, but she's growing. And when I start, working out and I'm going to the gym and I'm lifting and stuff, or I'm working with Coach Mo, like I'm hungry all the time, but I have to have things that are readily available to me that helps my body and not goes against it. So I'm
yeah,
not grabbing no chips. I'm not grabbing no soda. I'm grabbing, trail mix because I like crunchy things because
I
sometimes I
do
have
too.
anxiety. So, I like crunchy. So you learn how to swap out certain bad foods for good ones. So it's beneficial to your body instead of working against your gains.
Mm-hmm. I do like a chip, so I'm finding I'm definitely leaning into the popcorn, and I like a sweet potato chip as of late, and a plantain chip.
Oh, plantain chips and sweet potato chips are good. Those
Mm,
are good. Those are very good. Oh, and if you want to delve into tortilla chips, try blue tortilla chips. Those are good for you too.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do like a chip. The crunchy. It is the crunchy.
Yeah. Usually crunchy anxiety, some type of worry. Your mind's racing about something.
That
Yeah.
sounds right. And when I finish
Hmm.
worrying about that thing, I think about what else I'm supposed to be worrying about.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah. 'Cause I like
okay,
chips
okay,
too.
what can I worry about now?
And I'm always worrying about something. I'm always thinking about something.
My bad. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Chef, for joining.
You're
I will
welcome.
definitely
Thank
be in
you for
touch, and I'll
having
be
me.
like some other people. Oh, Elena said, "Do you work outside of New Jersey?" I think so. The
Yes,
computer is
actually,
everywhere.
I actually had a client fly me to Georgia. I go everywhere. I go everywhere. I meet you there. I promise. I will.
Have wings, will travel. I
Yeah.
love it.
I don't know about now because I heard about them flight costs, but
That part. You know, when it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. So there you go.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully
Mhm.
things calm
Away.
down.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for chatting with me. I learned some things, even if anybody else didn't, but I feel like they did because they were dropping some things in the chat. So I
I'm glad
appreciate
you guys learned. I'm always here. I love talking about this. I talk about this stuff all day. I do not
I
get
love
bored.
it. Thank you. And I love the energy that comes along with it. It makes the conversation that much easier. So
Yeah, I
I
love it. It's
yes.
like I wish I knew this stuff when I was younger. So my goal is to educate people so they don't make the same mistakes or they don't continue to make the mistakes and they live a long life because like Coach Mo always say, like, you gotta move your body,
Gotta
you gotta
move.
be healthy, you gotta push away from the table, you gotta do a lot of things to stay around long so you can see your kids, your grandkids, everybody live, have a good time.
Gotta touch your toes, bend over.
Mm-hmm.
Bend over, scrub the floor with it. Well, I'm
Yes.
gonna go talk to my hip. I don't know what anybody else is doing tonight. I'm gonna go talk to my hip.
Yeah, talk to it, rub it, be like, I'm sorry, girl.
And I'm sure, certainly after that, the foot is coming because I need that talk
Yeah,
too. So thank you very
yeah.
much. All right. Have a good night, girl.
You too. Thank you.
Yes. Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
See everybody else next Monday, 8 p.m. EST, the regular time with your girl. Good
Bye.
night.